Welcome to Abagone's collection. I am Abagone and this is the Emperor's Throne Room from the Star Wars Vintage Collection by Hasbro. Now that Disney has so gloriously blown up Star Wars and nobody wants the toys anymore, it was finally time for me to take a look at the Vintage Collection from Hasbro. It's labeled Kenner, but it's just there for nostalgia, like everything else. This scene particularly appealed to me as it embodies what Star Wars means to me. And I couldn't resist the price, and it's still available for around $45. In addition, as these have also just been released, I have brought two other figures, which of course should not be missing. Luke Skywalker in the Imperial Light Cruiser edition from the Mandalorian series, and important for the diorama because it looks almost like Luke from the scene. And Darth Vader himself in the Death Star 2 edition. There are some collectors who collect these cards or don't even unpack them. I'll just store them in the box and see if I can really find a use for them or not. But let's move to the centerpiece, where I've already removed all the reflective plastic. The packaging itself is a beautiful diorama, but unfortunately too big for my D12 and my photo box. That's why I'm only displaying the throne and the window. Let's take a direct look at the window. Here you can see the battle in the background. If you don't want that, you have the option of switching to a normal starry sky. Qualitatively, it is nothing special, and I have to say that even for the reduced price of $45, it is not really worth it. The figures are usually available here for $20, and the normal Emperor version is still available for the same price. The only difference, as far as I know, is the head. It's relatively friendly here, and in the normal version he has a strained face. I've already posed him properly for the throne here, with an outstretched arm giving more expression to his commands. The figure itself is quite nicely made so far. The cowl is quite nice and completely made of fabric, apart from the hood, which is made of plastic. Oh, you could still look underneath here. Well, let's take a quick look under the Emperor's skirt. But there's not much to see here. Let's take a look at the throne itself. It has quite a few details, but as already mentioned, all in all, it's pretty cheap. Let's move on to Luke. As you can see, I already have removed the cape once, and it got completely obliterated. Doesn't exactly speak for the quality, but for me it's completely uninteresting because it's not used in this scene. It's the Imperial Light Cruiser version, but it looks a lot like Luke from the scene. A big difference here are these fabric remains that would otherwise not be there. I don't notice any other differences. I really like the face, especially for this small scale. If you don't know, the scale of the vintage collection is 1/18. That means the figure is about 10 centimeters tall. Of course, Darth Vader should not be missing, and in my opinion it is a very nice figure. Let's take off the cape so we can see all the details. As already mentioned, they are good for this small scale. The special thing about this figure is that you can remove the helmet. The hood and the mask are two separate parts. I think the face is also nice. In my opinion, it doesn't look much like Darth Vader from the scene. But he does come close. The actor is well fed and I wouldn't really say that the face resembles Hayden Christensen. If you want, you can recognize similarities, but it feels like a mixture of both, so that everyone is happy. A well done figure, just like Anakin. Another special feature is that the hand can be replaced, which is then just the stub. Superfluous for my purposes, but I like having the choice and I love the attention to detail. Like here, if you look closely, you can see a reddish tint in the eye lenses. Like in the movie, as if something is shining through. Of course, Darth Vader has to see something. I also wanted to show you this. You can still see some nub marks. And almost forgot to show you, the Emperor still comes with accessories. He has his age-appropriate walking stick, a lightsaber but not activated, and the lightning hands. As you can see, it's still completely glued on, as I don't use them, as the Emperor remains sitting on his throne. The normal version with the strained face fits perfectly with the lightning effects. Darth Vader gets his own lightsaber activated and deactivated. And Luke as well. And as always, a look into my display case. Until next time.